Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. My name is XOXO Montserrat and I am so excited. This is going to be my first video on YouTube. Hopefully I can get you guys to subscribe down below if you have not already subscribed. But hopefully you guys enjoyed my video. Stay tuned for more. So we're going to start by priming the face with the Hydro Prime Primer. 12-hour moisture 3-in-1 from Hard Candy, and it is this one. I believe it is about $5 at Walmart. But I'm gonna apply a little bit of it. I like the finish of it because it leaves your face really smooth. And I just apply evenly throughout my whole entire face, even down the neck, because we will be applying foundation in the neck just so it can even out with the face. I'm gonna be using the Anastasia from Beverly Hills Brow Pomade. I did use the concealer from Anastasia in shade 3. This is the one. And I use this brush right here. It's a flat brush, and I got this one from BH Cosmetics. If you ladies are looking to get any brushes and that aren't very expensive and they work very well, I personally like the BH Cosmetics. So now to start on the eyes, I am going to go ahead and get that same brush that I cleaned my eyebrows with and the same concealer that I just used for my eyebrows to clean them. And I'm going to apply it all under the brow down to my eye. And I'm going to do this so the eyeshadows that I will be using pop more. So instead of like primer for the eyes, I use the concealer. And it works very well. It does not have to be this exact brand from Anastasia. It could be any brand, but this will help your eyeshadow pop more. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply it right here. I'm going to make some dots. And I'm going to just spread it out evenly. I don't like to put a lot because then it comes off as really heavy, and that's what you don't want. You want the eyeshadow to look very flawless. So I'm just going to spread it out all the way down to here. So now that we have done the concealer, I like to use tape on the side of my eyes just so I can get that straight line coming for the eyeshadow. You will understand towards the end how it helps me. I am a mom of 2, so the easier I can do it, the better. Like the less time consuming, the better. And with this, by using the tape, I don't have to stay there and clean the excess off when I'm done with the eyeshadow. So I apply it from here, right here, not touching my eye because then it will poke it, but I'll leave a little space in there. And then you want to leave some space in between your brow and the tape so you can add some eyeshadow there and it will look pretty. So, same for the other eye. The tape is in. I'm going to be using the Maroon Mayhem from Bebella and the Slayette. I think I'm pronouncing that right. I'm going to be using these 2 palettes right here. So I'm going to start by getting a fluffy brush. And then I'm going to get a light red from the Maroon Mayhem palette. So I'm going to start off with this one right here. I'm not going to tap so much into it because they are very pigmented shadows. I have used them before. This is about my 4th time using it, and I love them so much because they are very pigmented. And this shadow, we're going to apply it right under here. And we are going to go ahead and leave some space up here just so we can add a white shadow towards the end. So once we have that done, we're just going to clean the brush. Shadow. So again, same brush. So now we are going to use a darker shadow. And we're going to put this eyeshadow right under here. And again, we're going to blend out. I use this motion. And now we're going to switch brushes and we are going to use a different color. We are going to start by using this shadow right here now. And it's this one right here. And we're going to apply very little of it because we're going to work on making the cut crease now. It's okay if you do come down to this part of the eye. In the end, we are going to be using concealer to fix that. For now, we're going to be using that dark shadow that I just picked up with this brush, and I'm going to start making the shape of the cut crease, where I want the cut crease to be. And we're just going to bring it out. To right here. And then you're just going to pick up more and more of it until you get the pigmentation you want. And I really try to make the outer corner very dark. So for that, I am going to use this darker shade right here. And use very little of it because they are very pigmented again. I keep repeating it, but it's just because it truly is very pigmented. It scares me, but I love it. And again, you don't just want to apply it, you want to blend it out. And right here, I'm having a little bit of trouble blending this out, but I'm liking it. Move on to the dark shadow now. So once we have this and you look crazy, you are going to move on to the concealer back again. And I like to start in the bottom first. Once you do have that done, you do want to get this shade or any nude shade that you have. There we go. And you are going to apply it on top of the concealer. And you're doing this just so you can be able to set it and be able to work right there. Now I can finally open my eye, and this is so far what we have. So we will be using this palette right here now, which is a 39A from Morphe. Sorry about my finger, my nail just fell off. Flat brush like this. So now that you do have this, you are going to move on to use glitter right here. It's a loose glitter. I love it. It is amazing. In order to get that to stick into your eyelid, you will have to use this one right here. And it's the glitter primer from NYX. It is also a BH Cosmetics. So I did go ahead and apply some into my hand. And we're going to spread it all throughout the bottom of the lid. I like leaving this part a little bit, like not touching it, because that is where the eyeliner goes, and again, we don't want the eyeliner to look patchy. It is now time for the glitter, and here we go. So what I like about this is that whenever you are finished using it, you would expect, since it is kind of like a glue, you would expect for it to feel very like sticky, and it doesn't. Once you put the glitter on your eyes, it is not sticky at all, I promise. So moving on to the Slayette palette, I'm only basically going to be using one shade from here, and it is going to be this very shimmery one. I like to have the bone under my brow very, very shiny, just so the eyeshadow can pop. So now I'm going to be using the Tarte Shape Tape, and this is a wonderful concealer. Alright, before that, let's take off the tape, just so you guys can see what I was talking about. Voila, you don't have to worry about concealing none of that. It's already done for you because the tape helped out. And when you're a mama, you're always in a rush, you're always having to hurry, 1 2 3, let's go. So I'm using this brush right here, and then just right here. And I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild foundation. It is my absolute favorite. You can find it at Walmart for, I want to say $5. And I blend it out in circular motions. Here is where the neck comes in. I like putting my hand like this and then just kind of blending it out there. Next up, I am going to be using the Wet n Wild, it's a double stick concealer from one side, and highlight on one side and contour on the other, but I'm only going to be using the contour side of it. I really don't use this one much at all. I'm gonna make a line coming down here, and then another one coming down the same way, which is a cheekbone, and a very light one down here just to make my nose appear very thin, with a big flat brush to blend out this. But I am going to start here because if I start off by blending this, it's already going to have a lot on the bristles, and then it's going to make this way darker. So I'm going to start in the nose first. And then with the excess that was left on the brush, I'm just going to do this and do this. And after that, we are going to do the powder bronzer, which is the one that I have been holding in my hand this whole entire time. This is the Milk Chocolate Soleil. Now using a fluffy brush like the one that we used for the eyes, but in the giant size. Dolly Party. And then some right here. Right here. On the nose. Now I'm going to be using the Airspun, and this one is also from Walmart. This one is about $7, and this is the, I can't remember the name of the sponge, but it's this one. It's like a curved, a slanted shape to it, and I'm going to be using this part. So I put some of it in here. And we just want it to be coming down this way. And just on here. So while we bake, we're going to be using the Subculture palette from Anastasia. It is a beauty, I love it, but we're only going to be using a couple of shadows from here. We're going to be using Fudge under the eye, right here. using Electric. Electric is a very beautiful shadow. I love this shadow, especially if you're going to be using it inside here. Now we're going to get a big fluffy brush and wipe out all of the excess. Moving on to my most favorite part, it is the highlight. Ooh, I'm gonna break my palette right here. And it is my favorite right here, the Anastasia Nicole Guerrero. I am going to skip the blush and use Daydream right here. And that one is gonna go right here. Because we wanna glow, we wanna look like a disco ball. Well, I do. And then for the nose, I am going to move on to a smaller brush. This one is from Morphe. Can you not see? Can you see? We are going to use Glow Getter for the bridge of the nose. On top of the mouth, I am going to be using Forever Lit right here. We're moving on now to the eye. I'm gonna go more for a a nude tone, and I think I'm gonna be using this one. Is called Toast. And since I am using a off-the-shoulder shirt, I like to add some highlight. In this case, I think that I'm gonna be using Forever Young for my shoulders. This one right here. Well, I am going to be applying some mascara on the bottom lashes, top lashes, applying the falsies. I am going to be using these falsies, and I just got them today in the mail from Amazon. These are the 3D Mink Fur Fake eyelashes. And I'll link down below where it is that I got. Okay guys, so this is what we are left with. I hope you guys enjoyed my YouTube video. It is my very first video on YouTube. Hopefully you guys liked it. Subscribe down below. I don't know if it's that way or that way. Pretty sure it's that way. So subscribe down below on that side. Follow me on Instagram, Miss Moncitas Glam. I'll leave it down below on a link. I will be putting everything that I use down in a link below. The websites I got the makeup from and all that good stuff. I am so thrilled to be filming. Leave some comments down below to see what you guys think about my video. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. Subscribe down below. I'm so nervous. Fuck.